Now, the head of the the UN's nuclear watchdog, has condemned a drone attack on the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia power plant in Ukraine. Rafael Grossi said no one could benefit from such attacks. Russia's nuclear agency said 3 people were injured when a canteen was hit and blamed Ukraine for the attack. Ukraine has denied responsibility. Let's speak to our Eastern Europe correspondent, Sarah Rainsford, who is live in Kyiv. Sarah, what do we know about the specifics of this attack?
Well, the IAEA, so the UN's atomic energy watchdog, has been talking about a very significant threat and a very significant attack on this nuclear power facility. Now, Rafael Grossi has talked about 3 direct hits on the facility as he's described it. He's called it reckless. He says this cannot happen. He's saying it's a major escalation of the security dangers there. Now, we've also seen a report that refers to IAEA staff on the ground at the power facility. They've talked about hearing explosions during the day as well as rifle fire. They saw the remnants of drones. They have described that. They also said there were bloodstains at one site, which suggests at least one person, one casualty, one person injured there. But all of the IAEA statements have made clear that there's no structural damage to the power plant, no increased risk from this attack. And in terms of who actually is responsible, there is complete confusion on that. The Russian officials in charge on the ground are saying this was a Ukrainian drone attack. Ukraine's military intelligence agency, the GUR, is denying that, saying Kyiv was not involved. They wouldn't endanger the facility and the civilian population. In fact, they're blaming Russia for that, saying that this was an attack carried out by Russia in order to blame it on Ukraine. But I think it certainly has highlighted the risk around this power plant, which is right on the front line and where there have been, since the start of the full-scale invasion, numerous occasions when the atomic agency, the nuclear agency, the IAEA, has talked about its concerns. But these statements, I think, today are particularly stark, particularly strong.
Are those warnings likely to be listened to, Sarah?
Well, at the moment, as we say, it's pretty difficult to know who exactly is responsible, with both sides blaming the other. So it's difficult to know what changes. I mean, I don't think Ukraine is looking for a nuclear accident, but there are drones flying around that area. It is an active front line. The danger is real. So I think it's an attempt by the IAEA to underline how dangerous this kind of attack is, and to make sure that all sides understand that and refrain from any kind of putting the facility at any kind of risk.
Sarah, thank you. Sarah Rainsford, our Eastern Europe correspondent in Kyiv.